Greater Accra Regional Minister Designate, Minister for Pensions, Employment and Labor Relations, and Member of Parliament for Sunyani West, the Minister for Finance and Member of Parliament for Karaga, Minister of State Designate, the Ministry of Finance and Member of Parliament for Etiwa East, the Inspector General of Police, the Chairperson and members of the Board of the Trades Union Congress, the Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress, representatives of organized labor and of foreign labor organizations, President of the Ghana Employers Association, the Cuban ambassador, the Palestinian ambassador, and members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and pleasure that I stand before you today on this auspicious occasion of the 2024 May Day celebration, which is taking place in a critical year for Ghanaian democracy, when we shall be holding the 9th successive general elections, i.e. presidential and parliamentary elections of the Fourth Republic. The Republic that has generated the longest period of stable, free, constitutional governance in our hitherto turbulent history. As we gather here to commemorate the contributions of workers to our nation's progress, we are thus presented with an opportunity to reflect on the crucial role of workers and social partners in ensuring peaceful elections for national development. Before doing so, I want to reassure the Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress that Ghana has consistently voiced in all regional and international fora its principled opposition to the illegal blockade against Cuba, and to demand its lifting. We will continue to express our solidarity with the Cuban people. I must at the outset express the heartfelt appreciation of the Ghanaian people and their government to the hard-working men and women across all sectors whose dedication and commitment drive our economy forward. That is why we celebrate you on May Day. From farmers tilling the land to health workers, healthcare workers on the front line of healthcare delivery, from the teachers shaping young minds to the artisans crafting our infrastructure, from the workers powering our industries and utilities to those supplying our public services. Each one of you plays a vital role in shaping the present and future of our nation. Your resilience, perseverance, and unwavering spirit are the bedrock of our progress, and for that we are very grateful. It is in admiration of and gratitude for these significant contributions to the growth and development of our nation that I have, since my assumption of office as president in January 2017, attended every May Day celebration, even at the height of COVID 2019, when the celebration was held virtually. As we approach the upcoming elections in 2024, it is imperative that we recognize the crucial importance of maintaining peace and stability throughout the electoral process. Elections are the cornerstone of democracy, providing a platform for the expression of the popular will and for the peaceful transfer of power when required. However, they also have the potential to divide rather than unite, if not conducted in a peaceful and transparent manner. Indeed, the theme for this year's May Day celebration, Election 2024, the role of workers and social partners in securing peaceful elections for national development, underscores the pivotal role that each and every one of us has to play in ensuring that our electoral process is free, fair, transparent, and devoid of violence. Indeed, the destiny of the nation hinges upon the collective actions of workers and social partners to safeguard our democratic principles and uphold the rule of law. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's track record as a bastion of democracy and peace is an enviable one that needs protection. Our democratic processes have stood the test of time, especially under the Fourth Republic. We have undertaken so far 8 successive elections, whose results have given rise to 3 peaceful transfers of power from one party to another since 1992. I am confident that on 7th December 2024, like in previous elections, Ghana will once again emerge stronger, more united, and more capable of advancing her development goals. Workers, as the backbone of our country, have special roles to play in shaping the outcome of elections. Your voices matter, and your participation in the electoral process is essential to ensuring that the concerns and aspirations of working people are adequately represented in our governance structure. I urge you to exercise your civic duty responsibly, engage in informed discourse, and cast your vote for candidates who espouse policies that promote inclusivity, equality, and social justice. As social partners, an important part of your role is to defend and uphold the ideals of the Constitution. Workers should continue to act with utmost integrity, professionalism, and discipline in the run-up to the elections. The political season should not unduly polarize us. Elections are about making choices from available personalities and policies. The fact that we have different preferences should not make us enemies. We are brothers and sisters who will continue living together in the only country that God has given us even after the elections. We must remember that despite the high stakes in previous elections, we exhibited a great deal of political maturity in navigating the challenges we faced. various governance and security institutions proved their worth and demonstrated independence and resilience in demanding times. Our capacity for securing peaceful elections ahead of the 2024 electioneering season was tested in 2023 when we conducted 2 by-elections in the Kumau and Asen North constituencies, and again yesterday when we conducted another peaceful by-election in Edriso. These by-elections have signaled our preparedness for peaceful elections in 2024. Government is confident that the peace that characterized these by-elections would also manifest in the December polls. Government, through the National Media Commission and in collaboration with various other bodies, is scaling up mechanisms to combat hate speech and the dissemination of fake news, misinformation and disinformation campaigns ahead of the elections. These events have the tendency of inciting violence to mar the peace we are enjoying. Government will not leave any stone unturned as we intensify campaigns on the See Something, Say Something. This initiative, an all-inclusive whole-of-society campaign, encourages citizens to report suspicious activities to the security agencies. Fortunately for us, social partners and workers are well placed to report any suspicious activities to safeguard the peace and security of the country. Fellow Ghanaians, under my leadership, government has resourced and reformed various governance and security institutions to be efficient and independent and ready for the discharge of their duties. In the wake of the global current economic and social challenges, it has become even more imperative to pay closer attention to happenings in the country and within the region. Despite these challenges, we must remain steadfast to overcome emerging threats. Securing peace is not only necessary for the electioneering campaign, but also vital for the stability of the labor front. A peaceful and stable labor front will create a conducive environment for government to implement its policies and programs and for the economy to grow. Government hereby reiterates its resolve to address the concerns of labor in the interest of national development. The upward adjustment of the base pay by 23% in the first half of the year and by 25% in the second half of the year is a demonstration of government's commitment to improving and protecting public sector incomes. This is being done to signal the importance government places on the welfare of workers. Chairperson, Secretary General, though today marks my final May Day address to organize labor as President of the Republic, having served by January the 7th, 2025, the constitutionally permitted allotment of 2 terms of 4 years each. I want to assure you that this, however, will not be my last encounter with organized labor. In the coming months, there will be a series of engagements with organized labor aimed at promoting peace, stability, and social cohesion. Personally, I look forward to interacting with you once again at the second edition of the National Labour Conference, scheduled for some time later this year. Such occasions offer unique opportunities for representatives of government, employers, and organized labor to have dispassionate discussions on accelerating economic growth for national development. This is critical, and I'm happy that the conference is high on the agenda of tripartite constituents. Ensuring peaceful elections for national development also requires government to strengthen the policy, legislative, and institutional framework of labor administration. Since becoming president in January 2017, the support, cooperation, and collaboration I have received and enjoyed from organized labor has been nothing short of extraordinary. During challenging times, organized labor has shared the burden of government and made sacrifices that ensured recovery and stability. The least I can do for the over 11.5 million people in the labor force and the next generation is to enact a new Labor Act that is comprehensive and contemporary and protects the interests of all actors in the world of work. It will be the most concrete act of gratitude on my part to the leadership and members of this generation of organized labor who have proved to be so responsible in their stewardship. In so doing, let me use this platform also to applaud the sterling, brilliant work of the person I consider the greatest minister for pensions, employment, and labor relations in Ghanaian history, the Honorable Ignatius Bafua Awia, the Member of Parliament for Sunyani West. Mr. Minister, Ayiko. Without doubt, labor issues are some of the most topical and important issues in any country. Such issues touch on the standard of living of the populace, businesses, as well as individuals and family welfare. It is for this reason that I'm happy to announce that my directive for a new labor law to be enacted has been largely carried out. I can say with certainty that with the cooperation of Parliament, the new Labor Act can be promulgated before the end of this year. I'm aware that organized labor and employers are playing very pivotal roles in this, and I commend you and them for that. Government is also providing state-of-the-art infrastructure for labor administration institutions to enable them deliver effectively on their mandates. This includes the procurement of some 60 motorbikes and 17 pickup vehicles to enhance the mobility of labor officers. Furthermore, 16 new public employment centers are being constructed, and some 40 others will be renovated across the regions to give enhanced visibility to and encourage patronage of the Labor Department's activities. Currently, work is progressing steadily at project sites in Yendi, Damango, Wa, Bogatanga, Achimoda, Odumase, Trifohimai, Konongo, Takwa, Atebubu, Wale, Dambai, Hohoi, Bibiani, Kenyasi, and Amasamai. Through these investments, government will strengthen its early warning systems to detect any potential conflicts or labor disputes that may arise. This will help in maintaining a stable labor environment. Chairperson, Secretary General, Election 2024, the role of workers and social partners in securing peaceful elections for national development, places responsibility on state institutions to discharge their duties efficiently. Workers and social partners must hold state actors accountable on their mandates. Disputes and disagreements are bound to arise in the course of work. However, when such disputes and disagreements emerge, we look forward to the responsible agencies for redress. Over the years, government has noted the challenges confronting the National Labor Commission in the discharge of its mandate. The rapid settlement of industrial disputes is a major priority of government. Under the new labor bill currently being prepared, government is proposing fundamental changes to the structure, architect, and adjudicatory functions of the National Labor Commission. These fundamental changes are in tandem with government's policy of ensuring that the backlog of cases becomes a thing of the past. Between 2017 and 2023, a total of 4,207 cases were recorded in the National Labor Commission. The Commission settled a total of 2,678 cases, representing 64% of them, leaving some 36% of the cases unresolved. Government, in its quest for peace and security, will continue to roll out various policy measures aimed at strengthening effective labor administration for the transformation of the world of work. It is in our collective interest to promote peace, security, and stability ahead of the 2024 general elections. Ghana is the only country we have, and we must do everything in our power to defend our nation and its constitution. In spite of, we are one people with a common identity. Our political affiliations should not divide us. Instead, our different political opinions should unite us and provoke, at the least, intellectual debate on how best we can move the country forward for the progress and prosperity of all. As your president, I want to assure you of my unflinching commitment to ensuring that the 2024 elections are conducted in a free, fair, transparent, and peaceful manner. Government remains steadfast in its resolve to uphold the principles of democracy, rule of law, and respect for human rights. We will spare no effort in providing the necessary support and resources to the Electoral Commission and other relevant institutions to enable them to discharge their duties effectively and independently. Furthermore, I urge all political actors to conduct themselves with dignity, restraint, and decorum throughout the electoral processes. Let us remember that our differences should be a source of strength rather than division, and that ultimately we should all be united by our common desire to see Ghana succeed. Chairperson, Secretary General, before I conclude, it is imperative that I stress that Ghana's recent economic challenges were not self-inflicted. Until the pandemic, we were year on year during my first term, one of the fastest growing economies in the entire world. The global landscape was subsequently severely impacted by external factors beyond our control, foremost amongst them being the COVID-19 pandemic, which reared its pernicious head in 2020 and 2021. The devastating effects of the pandemic reverberated across the world. Devastating effects of the pandemic causing widespread disruption to economies, including our own. Moreover, the escalation of tensions following the Russian invasion of Ukraine further exacerbated these difficulties, leading to increased volatility in global markets and heightened uncertainty. It would be ostrich-like to deny these compelling facts. Governments worldwide, including ours, have thus been diligently working to navigate these turbulent times and restore a semblance of normality to our economies. In the face of these unprecedented challenges, it has become essential that we stand united and proactive in our efforts to overcome adversity and charge a path towards sustainable recovery and prosperity for my cough. To state, the government is making significant progress on the performance of the post-COVID-19 program for economic growth since implementation from May 2023 to deliver a more stable macroeconomic environment for all Ghanaians and businesses and lay the foundations for stronger and more inclusive growth whilst protecting the poor and vulnerable. This is evidence, for example, in the doubling of lease cash grants paid to some 1.5 million individuals, representing some 350,551 households across the country. Furthermore, we're seeing strong signs of macroeconomic stability and economic recovery. Government has never been of the view that the IMF bailout package would be a sufficient solution to our economic circumstances. It is important to stress, however, that it represents a crucial step towards our ongoing economic recovery. It has enabled us to implement necessary reforms and policies aimed at restoring fiscal discipline, promoting sustainable growth, and safeguarding the well-being of our citizens. As a result, growth has turned out to be more resilient and robust than initially programmed, as growth ended 2023 at 2.9%, higher than the original projection of 1.5%, and the revised projection of 2.3%. Inflation is declining and has been halved from 54% at the end of 2022 to 25.8% at the end of March 2024. exchange rate is largely stabilized, and the external balances and gross international reserves continue to improve. Government has improved its primary balance by 4 percentage points of GDP from 2020 to 2023. We have also undertaken key structural reforms to support growth in key sectors of the economy, including mobilization of revenue, rationalization of expenditure, controlling commitments, managing debts owed, improving financial systems, making state-owned businesses more efficient, particularly in areas like cocoa production and energy, and making the financial sector even stronger. These changes are starting to show positive results. Chairperson, Secretary General, in last year's May Day, I made a commitment to you indicating that the government would honor its obligations and pay the lump sum top-up for 2020 retirees under Act 766. I'm happy to announce to you that the Comptroller and Accountant General's Department has released an amount of 55.4 million cedis to facilitate the payment of outstanding lump sum top-ups, benefits to 5,819 beneficiaries who retired fully under Act 766 starting from 2020, and whose benefits are lower than what they would have received under PNDC Law 247. In addition, government has paid 99.7 million cedis for 9 months, covering July 2023 to March 2024, out of the outstanding Tier 2 contributions of 993.9 million cedis. We have agreed with organized labor on a payment plan to pay the balance in 3 equal tranches by August 2024 this year through a combination of cash payments and government papers. I'm also happy to bring to you notice that notwithstanding arrears of Tier 1 SNIT contributions covering the period 2010 to 2021, we have cleared the outstanding principal amount of 2.46 billion cedis owed by government to the trust through securitization in April 2024. Lest we forget, a considerable chunk of these arrears was contracted during the period of the predecessor Mills Mahama-led governments, arrears they made no efforts whatsoever to clear. Chairperson, Secretary General, it will interest you to note that ILO Convention 190 on violence and harassment at work has been tabled before Cabinet. However, this decision has been taken for a committee of Cabinet to undertake further comprehensive consultations on it before it is retabled before Cabinet for action to be taken on it. Hopefully, this should be very soon. Mr. President, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all Ghanaians for their patience and understanding during recent temporary challenges with the electricity supply across the country. Over the period, the issues surrounding maintenance of transformers and gas supply have been successfully resolved, resulting in a sufficient improvement in power supply reliability. Indeed, over the past few days, we have witnessed stable electricity supply across the country, with no load shedding reported anywhere yesterday. For the past 7 years, we have worked tirelessly to keep the lights on, and I am confident that the unfortunate era of Dumsor will not return. Chairperson, Secretary General, As we stand on the threshold of a new era in human evolution, marked by breathtaking technological advancement, rapid globalization, and evolving economic landscapes, it is imperative that we chart a course that ensures prosperity and opportunity for all our citizens. The future of work looms large on our horizon, presenting both challenges and unprecedented possibilities. Government envisions a future where our economy flourishes as a first world powerhouse, characterized by innovation, productivity, and inclusivity. Achieving this vision requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, with organized labor playing a pivotal role in shaping our journey forward. In the face of automation and technological disruption, we must ensure that no one is left behind. This means championing policies that promote lifelong learning, upskilling and reskilling initiatives to empower our workforce for the jobs of tomorrow. Moreover, organized labor must be active partners in fostering a conducive business environment that attracts investment, stimulates entrepreneurship, and drives sustainable economic growth. By forging constructive partnerships between government employers and workers, we can create the conditions for a thriving private sector that delivers quality employment opportunities and wealth creation in conditions of social justice. The future of work holds immense promise for our nation, but it also presents formidable challenges that demand our collective resolve. In conclusion, let us use this great occasion of this year's May Day celebration to reaffirm our commitment to peace, unity, and progress. Let us harness the collective strength of workers and social partners to ensure that the 2024 elections prove to be testaments to the resilience and maturity of Ghanaian democracy. Together, I have no doubt that we can overcome any challenge, surmount any obstacle, and build a brighter future for generations to come. I thank you for your attention and congratulations to all prospective awardees. Long live May Day. Long live trade union solidarity. Long live organized labor. Long live Ghana.